and we're popping in here right now. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on once we get past the news. I'll hand it over to Tigerbarb there, and she can tell us all about what's been going on today and what's to come for the last few hours of it.
Wonderful.
Excellent. All right, well, we're going to start out with some Arcade news. The Arcade Guild is now level 3, so congratulations go out to them. Yay!
Yay!
Good job, guys.
That opens up some new items that can be bought via the Guild Prestige Shop and introduces the guild into the Guild versus the Guild PvP dynamic called Dominions. So it looks like jumping up levels for the guild makes some specialness there. Going on to Elder Scrolls Online, they've gotten some new downloadable content. It came out last Monday called Orsinium. It provides content that all levels can join in on. Players are scaled to the appropriate level for it. It has also brought 2 new public dungeons, 3 new crafting styles, and a solo arena called the Maelstrom Arena.
Solo arena?
That's,
I'm guessing you just don't go in as a group, I guess.
I'm guessing that's I can only assume at this point. I'm not an ESO player. So if somebody's in the chat room is an ESO player, can fill us in a little bit about what's going on there, that'd be great.
Maybe it's one guy in the middle, waving his axes around and doing a dance. Who knows?
Ooh, anyway, going on, the guild is. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost skipped this. Almost skipped the most important part. I can't skip the most important part. Trix has been promoted to Warlord and will be leading the guild to PvP victory every Friday night. So congratulations, Trix. And in the words of Lord Scythe, sucker. The guild is gearing up for hard mode trials, which is ESO's term for raids. To do so, they have new in-game rank, the Undaunted Raider. Sounds awesome. This gives members another goal to reach on their way to endgame content.
Very
Woot!
nice.
Woot! Alright, I'm going to actually pass it over to Tigerbarb here for some EverQuest 2.
EverQuest 2. Very nice. There's a server merge scheduled for the 11th. The new server name is Skyfire. As a consequence, the normal raid scheduled for Wednesday has been canceled. A new expansion pack is also scheduled to release on the 17th, 6 days later. Bryn has been promoted to task leader. Congratulations, Bryn!
Congratulations, sucker!
Yeah, but
He's not. Lord Scythe isn't here right now, so we gotta fill in for him. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta help him out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. There's hockey plans, so.
Eh? Sorry, I had to.
Final
Sorry.
Fantasy 14. All right, so a new patch is coming on Tuesday the 10th. It will bring a new 24-man raid, 2 new hard mode dungeons, new main storyline quests, new primal battle, Knights of the Round Extreme, quality of life improvements, class adjustments, and lots of new content. But the guild is most excited for the new airship expansion. That's a lot. That's a lot in that module.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know if you've gotten down through the notes yet. I won't spoil anything, but there's some long stuff tonight. So.
Very cool.
No names though. No names.
Okay. Airship exploration will allow the guild to bring 24 guild members at one time on their airships to explore new places that have an awesome treasure, notorious monsters, and hyper-notorious monsters to kill for item level 210 gear and other treasures. Nice. So 24 people working together.
That's a heck
That's
of a
good
raid.
and bad.
Yeah. Control those 24 people at once.
Exactly.
Have a monster computer too, so you can run it.
Yeah.
This can be done every 2 hours if desired. The guild currently has 4 airships, 3 at max rank, and 1 close to max rank. So they should never really run out of room for everyone, which is awesome. Raid teams continue to work on Alexander Savage, progressing through floor 3 out of 4 floors. You guys are almost there.
One more floor.
Film me?
Take the
Yes.
escalator. Take the escalator. Take
There
the
we go.
escalator.
Filming. Oh, sorry. That's a work email. There we go.
At 9 o'clock on a Sunday?
I'm like on call all the time, so that's
Ah,
my
I
something's
know what
happened
that's
email.
like.
But filming has begun on the recruiting video for Final Fantasy XIV. Lots of scenes have been captured, and editing is in progress now. They hope to have something for everyone to see soon. That'll be exciting.
it will be. And as soon as it's done, I'll throw it up here right here on the news and show it off for everybody. Because somebody's going to be putting in a lot of work on that. And we want to make sure they get some credit.
Wonderful.
That
Hey.
that is awesome. Now I'm also going to because you, in your wonderfulness, every Friday evening, stream some Neverwinter and taking down dragons lately. So
Yes.
tell us what's been going on in Neverwinter.
I am really excited. So, in our stronghold, which the latest mod gave us a stronghold, and it's just our area, only our guild can get into it. We have a castle. Yes, it's a castle. And and we have area around it, so land with a castle in the middle. And we have heroic events which you can do on our own land. And they just basically you can farm these events and get influence and things like that. Well, also every 2 hours, 4 dragons land. You have to kill the dragons within a minute of each other. So when one dies, the other 4 have to also go down. Basically, within a minute, you kind of have a minute or 2 to kind of spare. We have consistently, can get 2 down. The other night we did 3. It was so exciting. So we have been recruiting lately quite a bit. We had like 24 people, I believe, on at once, 2 nights in a row. It was the last Thursday and Friday. This past Thursday and Friday. We went for 3 of them. It didn't work the first couple of times we did it, but we learned a lot. And that says a lot to our members because they didn't get frustrated and all that, even though we were so close and they didn't quite die. In fact, one of the times we had the dragon down, but the ending animation didn't finish before the timer, so we didn't count. So kudos for all of our members and for everybody who's helped me be, Dictator Tig at the time and say this is what you're going to do and this is what group you're going in and hush up. It has been wonderful. So yay!
And honestly, Tig, I think you're underplaying the taking down that third dragon. Really, honestly. Because when I say there was like 1 second left on the clock when that said that the third dragon was defeated, I kid you not. The clock said 1 second when it finally popped up when the dragon was defeated, because I was there. So, I mean, it was just absolutely amazing. And I won't get too far into this, but I think we might have a few minutes here. What's it going to take to get the 4th dragon down? What's it going to take to get all 4 down?
Well, we have to actually see what kind of strategy is going to work for us. So other guilds who have more DPS and bring on more can actually zerg it to where they actually do all 4 in a zerg. So it takes like a minute and a half to get from the south side of the stronghold area to the north. So they actually can get everything down to where it's almost dead and run around the whole map and do them all in 4. What we have actually worked for so far is kind of dividing the teams up into 2 teams to where one team is in the north, one's in the south, and they each have to zerg and kind of kill 2 dragons. I think that's the strategy we're going to try to go for, but we've had a lot of discussion and just kind of seeing what would work for us. So we don't really have an answer for that yet, but that's the fun part we get to see.
Awesome. And we really want to see it. And make sure once we get this 4th dragon down, I'll do all 4. Make sure we get picks. Picks didn't happen.
Yes. And it will be on YouTube as well. So
Sweet. All right. Well, we will go ahead and keep going. We're gonna pass it over to Yoda, and he's gonna tell us what's been going on in Skyforge.
So, Skyforge. Unfortunately, Skyforge is not doing too well right now. The game is dying from a lack of content, and the repetition of the grind is burning folks out. The Grievance Pantheon, which is their guild, is suffering as a result. A major patch is being deployed on the 12th. Hopefully that'll help out with that.
Awesome. What does Thaman say from Star Citizen?
So, Thaman is saying, Cloud Imperium Games is very close to releasing Star Citizen Alpha 2.0. This will be the beginnings of the persistent universe. We know it will involve basic quests, the ability to fly around in a limited universe with friends in their ships, and put teamwork into action, going for loot and weapons in PvP areas. So close it means uh, that the team put the notice at the bottom of the latest report, quote, so that's just about time for this week's report. We hope that we won't need to write another or many of these reports because they're certainly close to the 2.0 release. It's just really, really hard to predict how close we are. It's a tough fight into the 2.0 trenches, but we have an incredibly talented, dedicated team that no amount of bugs can keep us down for too long. So thank you for your patience. We will keep you posted, but please know that it is coming. The Star Citizen Wing of Grievance knows that when 2.0 launches, it's going to give us our biggest peek at the earliest viable verse. We can't wait to get our hands into it. Teamwork will begin in earnest, and we'll be looking to fly those ships we've been fantasizing about for so long. Expect events, whether planned or spontaneous, and lots of folks heating up for the Star Citizen TeamSpeak channel.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you. And now we're going to hand it over to Byasaz because Star Wars had a lot to say, over a page worth of notes.
Wow, they did.
Yes!
I'm glad he's reading it, not me.
I know! That's why he only has like one section, because it's like over a page worth of stuff. So, Byasaz, tell us about Star Wars.
Well, the Imperial Guild has been totally immersed with 4.0, Knights of the Fallen Empire. So far, they have enjoyed every aspect of the game and have adapted well to the changes. The level sync is a good system that has made a great recruiting tool to meet newer players and the ability to group with them now. New companions have come into the game and has given us plenty to do. There is a ton of influence to be earned now, and to do this on every toon you have will take a very long time. There are also contacts in the game that you can build influence with. Conquest is no longer a craft to win, so it's a more challenging system now. A system that they are not faring too well in right now, but they still invade and do their best. The best part is the operations and the new Star Fortress flashpoints. These have tend to be the guild's favorite things to do. All the operations have scaled up to a more challenging level and dropped decent gear with the set bonuses applied to them. We are even crafting main hands for members, which is always needed to make the job easier. There is even a hard mode operation challenge of the week that drops nightmare equivalent gear. Everyone's favorite pastime is the Star Fortress flashpoints. These structures are scattered about the different planets, and completing them give decent rewards and a ton of cool achievements. Most of them are still poking with their finer points of the new expansion and are progressing nicely. It'll be a while before this gets old, at least for most of them. Again, the guild believes that this is the best expansion and story they've seen in the game in 4 years. If you're not playing it and have a character made from long ago, then you're really missing out of some good stuff. There are a lot of reviews out there, and they all say it's 5 stars on this expansion. They will be getting more chapters next year to continue the 9 they've already gotten. The wait was felt to be worth it this time. To add to other things in the guild, they are still recruiting new members and are averaging a good crowd of 15 folks or more a night. They are always looking for more, so if any Grievance members want to check this awesome expansion out, then come to the Shadowlands servers to see it from the Imperial perspective, or you can join the Republic Guild on the Jedi Covenant. Both guilds are very active and would love to see more folks join the game. They still have their monthly guild meetings as well, so if any former Star Wars players would like to join in on their meetings, then you are certainly welcome. And I guess I'm supposed to give a call out to my brother. Get back in there, Kata.
Yeah, that's what they passed along to me, so... Yeah, so it's been interesting, and I streamed for a couple hours last night for the Extra Life. I streamed a couple hours of Star Wars Imperial side. I had rolled a bounty hunter not too long ago, and I gotta tell you, that was fun. It really was. It was only level 10, so I didn't see much of the new content at all. But still, the storyline is hilarious. I gotta say, if you haven't played Star Wars, at least play it for a little bit. It's free to play, just like Neverwinter is. It's free to play. Actually, a lot of the games right now are free to play. What we got? WildStar, we got Neverwinter, we got Star Wars. I mean, you still have to pay for the extras and for little extra upgrades and everything. But I'm noticing just a trend here. Everything, a lot of stuff is going free to play.
All the World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Warplanes, all that's free to play too.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It's actually a really good time to be a gamer if you're poor. So anyway, actually, it looks like I threw you one more section, Byasaz, because it looks like I stuck WildStar on there. Like I got a couple of sentences there.
Well, with the WildStar Reloaded release, the game has seen a resurgence of players. As such, the Grievance players have regained full guild status. Congratulations, and remember, use hashtag Deuce did it.
Very nice. Yes.
Oh. All right. We're gonna go ahead and actually pass it back to Yoda for the WoW.
All right.
News.
The WoW Alliance. Friday and Saturday was a great day for WoW players. Lots of news on the new expansion pack. There's lots of crazy new things coming up. For more detailed info, go to the main WoW website, as well as the MMO Champion website. The Alliance side is doing some changes in their rating. They're taking a step back for the next 2 months and cutting out the Saturday raid and removing 1 hour from their Friday raid. There are several reasons for this. Not the least of which is that players are just getting burnt out on being on the same raid tier for close to 6 months now. In addition, with the time in the year of the holidays coming up, they want people to be able to spend time with their families. In replace of not raiding on Saturdays, they're looking to see if people would like to run mythic dungeons or other looking for raids in preparation for the next patch and Valor system upgrades. Those should be coming soon, so keep a lookout. If no one sees Sky's monthly news, go check it out on the Alliance forums. Now for
I was gonna say LFR. The chat room can probably help us out there with that one. LFR is actually something. I just can't remember what that is. Because I don't think it's looking for raid. I think it actually stands for something in WoW. If I'm
LFR is looking for raid.
Oh, it is.
They have a thing
Like a
where you
raid
can
finder?
queue up to do a raid with random people.
Okay, all right. I thought it was actually something in WoW. You can tell I'm not a WoW player. All right. Sorry. I'll ignore me. Ignore me.
all right. So now on to the WoW Horde side. The Horde is excited to have a bunch of new members. Another kill in Hellfire Citadel. This guy, Tyrant Valhari, maybe, was downed, bringing them to 12 of 13 in normal mode. Not bad for only raiding 4 hours a week. They are now preparing for a long wait for the next expansion. Yay, game lulls! Huzzah!
Yeah. It happens in every game. It really does. So that's it for the game news. We're gonna get into some organizational news before we hand it off to Tig to tell us all about the Veterans Day.
Yay, Tig!
Yay!
Actually, Yoda's going to talk. That's okay.
All right. The State of Grievance address date is in January 2016. It hasn't been announced yet. It's going to be announced at the next council meeting, so make sure you attend. I don't have that date yet. Do you, Tig?
I don't know, but I want to make sure you mention watch it because Steel is so fantastic to just watch, and he's like twitching, and it's just you can see all the excitement building, and you're just like, yeah. So watch it.
That's one thing you gotta. You have to go to the get-togethers to see Steel. 10 tequila sunrises to the wind. I mean, just going off on a speech. I mean, it is something else. If nothing else, you got to go see him. Anyway, so make sure you pay attention to the next council meeting. Make sure you attend. QuestCon website is now live. So that's quest-con.com. Make sure you put that dash in there. If you don't, I'm not entirely sure where you go. I think it took me to a blank page the other day, and I think the last time I put it in, it took me to like some link bait. So quest-con.com. The first of many guests has been signed, and that's going to be announced at the 2016 State of Grievance address. The QuestCon team is looking for volunteers who are already going to other cons to help them out, kind of get word out and just talk to people and just get an idea of the cons. In addition, a lot of the QuestCon team will also be showing up at cons all over the nation, and a lot of them, it's a great way to meet the founders and core leaders of Grievance, because they'll be going to a lot of them as well. So keep an eye out and actually where they're going. So if it's anywhere near you and you want to go up and talk to Steele, go up and talk to AE or Mauricia. They're going to a lot over the next couple of years. The Grievance recipe book has found new life, 100 plus recipes and counting. We should be hearing more about that, a ton about it soon. We're still looking for an editor or two for our short story project.
Oh.
I don't know what I just saw in the chat room. There's a weekly D&D game going. It's being DM'd by FSH Schmo. It happens every Friday night in TeamSpeak. At least that's the way it's been going. That's at 7 o'clock Central. Yes, 7 Central.
Nice.
We've been actually also streaming that on FSH Schmo's Twitch page, and Grievance has been hosting it for a couple hours before Tig comes on. So come check it out. Come join us. Come roll a character. Maybe we'll get a couple games going or something. Grievance, as a guild, is projected to hit 10,000 members by year end.
Woot! 10,000.
10,000.
Get it.
10,000. I know I'm waiting for Steel to pop up with like huge 10,000 scream in the chat room. Just saying.
Right.
It's over 10,000.
Come join us. 2016 Grievance Real Life Get Together in Atlanta, Georgia. We have 8 p.m. Is it 8 p.m. CST? I guess it's 8 p.m. CST. Anyway, come join us in Atlanta, Georgia for the 2016 Real Life Get Together. We have we've got that castle. We're doing a lot at a castle. We showed a video. I'm pretty sure we're going to be showing another video at the State of Grievance. So if you haven't seen it, wait until the State of Grievance or go to the forums and check it out because the video is there as well. It's scheduled for June 16th to the 19th. They've posted up in the forums recommended hotels and campsites. So go check it out. I will actually put it in the chat room for anybody who wants to check out the recommended hotels. There we go.
And there's a helicopter pad, there's a billiards table, there's a pizza oven.
A
Deuce
pool.
is going to be cooking, grilling.
Pool. If somebody has a boat, or if they want to rent the boat, there's a dock there.
Yeah.
Also this weekend, yesterday, we did Extra Life, 24-hour streaming of Grievance. We're raising money for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So that was a big success, and no word on how much we've raised yet. Right now, today, we're doing 24-hour streaming, raising money for veterans. Tig's going to tell us more about that, but while she's talking about that, please look down below the stream in the Twitch page, click the donate button and help out, and Tig's going to tell us why.
Great. Actually, I'm going to make Yoda talk first.
Oh.
Yoda, please tell us about our main charity. It's going to be the Marine Recon Foundation. I know you actually have a really good friend who is involved with this, and it's a personal thing for you, so please tell us.
So we chose the Marine Recon Foundation this year as our main charity. My best friend, he's my brother from another mother, was a Recon Marine. So I wanted it to be something personal to me and still give back to the veterans on our first event.
Yeah.
So what Marine Recon Foundation does is they connect with the personnel and their families during both their military tenure and after the subsequent discharge from the services. It's designed to help all the personnel and their families, and they offer, but not limited to, critical, immediate, and ongoing support for the wounded personnel on duty, emergency financial support, and veteran assistance for the families of the Recon community, family services and command support, educational assistance to the children of the serving members and retirees, legal services and assistance for all Foundation members and their families. That's just a few of the things that Recon does, the Recon Foundation does for the Recon community. It also includes their corpsmen, who most of the time are Navy guys. So it includes anybody that's involved with the Recon community as a whole. So that's why we chose them this year as our main charity.
Wonderful. Our second charity is actually the Call of Duty Endowment, and they are focused on veterans and getting them employed in the workforce. So the unemployment rate for young post 9/11 veterans is actually 3 times the national average, and that's really what they want to accomplish, is for all veterans, making sure that they can partner up businesses and explain to businesses what the benefits of having veterans working for them and such like that. So that's our secondary charity.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I think you have a video you wanted me to show?
Yes, yes. So we came up with a tribute video. The whole idea behind this event was Yoda's. So totally props to him. We wouldn't actually be doing this without him today. We really wanted to look at all of our grievance veterans and say thank you very much for your service. We wanted to actually list everybody so people could know and such like that. It's hard to actually get a list because a lot of people, they're not doing it for the credit for it, so they don't want to be recognized. So we didn't list anybody's names. If you're a veteran or you're in the service or you have someone who is family members, things like that, thank you very much for your dedication. And this video is for you.
Alright, let me get it going on.
It's only 6 minutes, so it's good.
Okay, yeah, we let's not go to the George Carlin right now. That one,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a bad skip to go to right now. Funny, but not quite in the theme right now. So, thank you, Yoda. Um, that was wonderful. It really was. Um, Somebody turn off the stream volume. Thank you. All right,
Sorry about that.
it's all right. Thank you, Yoda. That really was wonderful. And a lot of the scenes I saw in there, it really made me remember and realize that Veterans Day just isn't just an American holiday. It's international. It's all over.
That it is.
Yes.
So, I know Tig wants to give me all the credit for this. It's not true. She was with me the whole time. I wanted to do this event, and I went to Tig and I said, "Hey, how can we make this work?" So she and I sat down, and I initially said, "I want to do 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. It's going to be great." And she says, "Cool. So we're going to do 48 hours." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. We're doing 6 hours." She's like, "Okay, cool, no problem. We're gonna do 48 hours. We're gonna call everybody under the sun." I'm like, "Okay, so 6 hours." She said, "Yep, 48 hours. We're gonna do this." um, I talked her into doing 24 hours, so it worked out for us. And the thing that we wanted to get across was thank you to the veterans. They've given us so much and asked for so little in return. It's time for us to give back to them, and that's what this event is all about, is giving back to those veterans. So thank you to all of our veterans out there. We just so humbled to be able to do this for you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Really. All right. So we have 15 minutes before who's coming on next, Tig?
World of Tanks. There's a whole crew of them going to play. Yoda's going to be hosting, but I know Mass is in the channel. He's going to be doing it, and some others as well.
All right. Well, we've got 15 minutes before that starts. So we've got 15 minutes to talk. If there's anything you want to talk about or anything about the chat room wants to talk about. Tig, I know you have got some stuff you want to pimp.
I do. I have to think about what you mean, but I do want to say thank you to Marissa and Eggy, because we are talking about the Veterans Day event today, but yesterday we had an equally wonderful streaming 24-hour stream as well for the kids in Extra Life. So between the 2 days, it's wonderful that Grievance has so many people who just have such a wonderful big heart. So thank you for them. I know that you have seen over the last 2 days 48 hours of streams, or at least will once World of Tanks and then Thamen wrap up this evening. You have seen many streamers in Grievance. If you're interested in joining, Eggy is the person to talk to. It is a lot of fun. I mean, goodness gracious, look at us. We're having fun. I know that we had some specific things that people wanted to do today. I mean, that we did. So we started out with Deuce and Doc. And I told everybody this when you get the pair of them together, it is a riot. We had a couple of people wanting them to do a normal show. So whenever you see Deuce or Doc, tell them you need to do a show together often. So maybe every other week or something we can get them to do a cast together or something. So
Awesome. Yeah, more streams.
Yes.
We just don't want to cross the streams. Never cross the streams.
That's right.
Never cross the streams.
All right. Now you're doing a stream every Friday night. You've been streaming Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you're doing?
That I can think of offhand on the spot? No. Not that I can think of. Just join us every Friday night. Now, there are other people who stream regularly also. So Byasaz, do you do it every single week, or is it every other week? I think it's every week, right?
I do it every Wednesday.
Awesome. So Wednesdays every single week, Fridays every single week for me. I know we saw in the notes up here that we have a weekly D&D game every Friday night as well on stream, and Thamen every other Saturday. Eggy streams regularly, so we have a lot of people who stream regularly.
Yes, and speaking about Thamen, because I was up way too late last night, and I watched Thamen there, and all I could think is like he just had to hit that cry spot, that emotional tear jerking video with the kids. I'm just saying that tear jerk. So,
Yes.
Thamen, do you have tear jerk ready for tonight? Oh, well, we'll wait to see if he responds.
Yeah.
Byasaz, you're streaming every. Now, is there any particular game that you're playing every Wednesday, or what are you doing?
I do a Final Fantasy stream since I started. I will be going through every single Final Fantasy game. So far, I have finished 8 and I'm currently working on 9.
Question: how long have you been doing this?
Uh, 3 months?
And you got through
Wow.
8 Final Fantasy games in 3 months?
No, I have only finished number 8.
Oh, okay. All right, so the other ones aren't finished. Okay, okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, now I gotta say, Byasaz, when I was getting ready to get you on here, I thought you were a girl. Cataclysm told me he had a sister.
Yes, he likes to say that a lot. I am. No, I'm not.
All right, we're just making sure. Like I said, I just want to point out. Last time I talked to Cat about you, he said he had a sister. I think I also asked if you were hot. I'm not sure. I couldn't remember.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. The beard really doesn't do it for me. I'm just saying.
Does that mean, as punishment, Kata has to come on for 2 episodes of the newscast now?
I think so. I've been trying to get Cat on for a while. He keeps ducking me. I don't think the other Wendol wants to come on anymore. I think I scared him.
Maybe.
So Yoda, other than the wonderful Veterans Day streaming, what else? Are you doing anything else?
Working at the World of Warships. They're pretty slow to put out stuff right now. They're supposed to give us clans this month. We'll see if that happens or not. We're supposed to have another nation come out. Poland. They've announced that Poland will be one of the nations you can play. They just released it's the German cruiser line and the Soviet destroyer line. So we're hoping that they open up the whole nation for us, like they've done with the American and the Japanese. So we'll see. I'm hoping that we can get that going. Their numbers have kind of declined because of poor matchmaking, and they're slow to put out new content and new ships and whatnot. So I'm really hoping that they get on the ball and they get that stuff going for us. To get to Grievance, to actually get Grievance officially into the game would be awesome, so we can do more group stuff. Right now, it seems like they're definitely penalizing people for grouping, so I'm hoping that they get that fixed. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. The last 2 months working on this Veterans Day project has limited my playtime, but it was for good cause.
Now, what did it take getting this thing started? Out of curiosity, I mean, what does it take to get a 24-hour stream? Well, a 24-hour stream.
Well, step one is you contact Tig. Um, no, but in all seriousness, it was a lot of teamwork. It was a lot of planning, a lot of going back and forth, a lot of emails, text messages, late night phone calls. There's just so much into it. Getting the streamers on and trying to figure out the whole times, because we had the whole 24 hours filled. And that's one thing that we really want to say thank you to our streamers. I mean, these guys were amazing. I mean, Doc, Deuce, they were great. Tig was awesome. Byasaz, Steel,
Jack
I was trying to
Ray,
think.
Maricia, Eggy, and Thaman to come, and World of Tanks to come.
I mean, just everybody was just outstanding, and it wasn't a question of I don't think I can do it. It was yes, what time do you have available? And that's one thing that I can say about Grievance is when asked to volunteer for something like this, nobody's like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm going to back down. No, everybody stepped up the plate and says, when can you do it? Can I have 4 hours? Can I have 3 hours? And we're like, whoa, hang on, we need to cut you back to 2 hours. We had a bunch of people that said, oh, I want to do it for 4 hours. We're like, we'd like to get a lot of people in here, but we'll keep you in mind. And that's the spirit of Grievance, the family honor loyalty. It's just amazing. We were able to get this going. So I mean, I can't tell you how many hours and hours that Tig and I sat and coming up with everything and picking the charities that we wanted and contacting the charities and talking to those people on the phone and emailing them back and forth. It was awesome. I mean, we started from scratch. This is our first annual, and I'm going to say first annual because we're having one next year, guys. It's going to happen.
Yes, yes.
This is our first annual Grievance Veterans Day event. And to start from the ground where we're at and looking forward, I mean, we just have a ton of amazing things coming up, guys.
Yes, yes. I actually can't wait for next year because this really is wonderful. So wonderful. I am going to do this. See, yeah. There we go. Let me move it around. First annual. Right there.
He says I'm going to do this, and then I can't see until 30 seconds later.
That's where I was at too. I was like, I don't know.
Gotta put the spaces in there to make it better. There we go. First annual.
And that's the thing. Is just Grievance as a whole came together to do this for our veterans and everybody. It's just an amazing opportunity. I was truly humbled when they said go forth and do good things with this, and so we did.
Yes.
Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, we've got 7 minutes left before World of Warships. They're gonna come. I don't know. I can't swear right now. It's not late enough yet.
World of Tanks.
Oh, World of Tanks. I'm sorry, World of Tanks. They're gonna blow stuff up.
Yes.
The suspense. What's going on, Steel? What's going on, Steel? I won't give you.
They're talking about the. Just got another a guest confirmation for QuestCon.
Sweet. Woot.
Yoo-hoo!
We can't fight. You're gonna have to watch State of Grievance. State of Grievance. So we're gonna go ahead and I think roll out. Are we good for about 5 minutes worth of that, or is there anything else you want to say, Tig?
I think we're good. This gives the World of Tanks guys time to get ready. So get ready because you're on next, and it'll be wonderful.
Oh, please do,
perfect.
Byasaz. Yes, take 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes.
Well, I
Let's
don't
go.
think it'll take me
Let's
5
go.
minutes.
Let's go. Talk slow.
I'm going to recite a poem for everyone.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
I'm sure most people would probably recognize it. But In Flanders Field by John McCrae.
Awesome.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks sing still bravely, singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I actually found that up. Tig, did you want to do a moment of silence or something, or?
I think that's wonderful. Yes.
All right, so we're just gonna take a half 30 seconds, 1 minute of. We'll go with 1 minute of
Okay.
moment of silence for everybody, all our veterans, everything they've given us, everything that they've done. We thank you. We salute you. So please, and I ask the chat room to also partake in a minute of silence as well. All right. Thank you. This has been another wonderful Grievance News episode. We support our veterans. We thank you. I thank you, Tig. I thank you, Byasaz. I thank you, Yoda. I thank the chat room. Keep tuned for World of Tanks. It's going to be a wonderful night. And keep tuned for Thaman after that. He's always a wonderful one to watch as well. He's really good. Thank you, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
See ya.